Alright guys, welcome to game 1 of Carambola vs Keeper of Zeal in the Names of the Ancient tournament. We are just having people load in right now. And we should begin soon. Thank you for joining me at 1 AM Eastern Standard Time. So here we are, game 1. Carambola vs Keepers of Zeal. Into the draft here. It is a best of 2 series. It is with the NotA Winter Tournament. It should be a great game. Everyone is very tired. All the North American people, it's starting at 1 AM. And for all the European people, I believe it's starting at 7 for them. So we're going to immediately see Carl get banned out of Keepers of Zeal, followed immediately by the Death Prophet ban. And I just realized I had my desktop audio still muted. Should be in for a great game today. I'm looking forward to it. Although both teams have joked because they're all very sleepy, it's going to be quite a wonky game. I think it should be a lot of fun though. We're going to see Oracle get banned out. 2 very strong bans. Just because, we've seen Invoker in a lot of games recently. The level 1 Exort, or not Exort, I'm sorry. Level 1 Invoke has made him very, very strong in the laning stage now. And we're going to see the Oracle ban, obviously, because in the right hands, he is absolutely broken. Death Prophet, too, with the Spirit Siphon, is definitely a very strong hero currently. Might need some rebalancing on the Death Prophet, honestly. I'm not sure the charges have enough of a spacing, but we'll see. I'm gonna see Lone Druid get banned out here too.
Dire team pick.
I'm not super familiar with Keepers of Zeal. I'm not sure if one of their players is actually a very good Lone Druid. And that might be why they chose that as a second ban. I'm taking their time here, trying to figure out what they want to pick up first.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dipping into a bit of reserve time here, just trying to figure out what they want to pick up. And they're gonna pick up a gyrocopter as their first pick.
Radiant team pick.
It's pretty gutsy grabbing that as their first one, but they definitely want him there. It'll be interesting too to see if he's picked up as a position 1, or if he's gonna be more of a support gyro that just kind of spams the missile. Vengeful Spirit getting picked up on Carambola meme. I really like Vengeful Spirit right now. I feel like she's very, very strong, especially if you can get an Aether Lens on her fairly early. The initiations are just awesome, because it adds so much extra range, plus the fact that, it makes the magic missile go a little bit further as well. And then not to mention, I think her Ags is just incredible.
10 seconds remaining.
I love the fact that, you die and then you just get the chance to do another initiation without any sort of, repercussions, really, because you're already dead. An Abaddon pickup, too. I really like their draft so far on Carambola meme. Abaddon's very strong right now. And he's got a lot of ways to keep his teammate alive and kind of correct positioning. Keepers of Zeal are really taking their time. Here we go. We've got the Witch Doctor pickup. There's the support.
Dire team ban.
Witch Doctor, always a great support. Does have, the cask, which is great with dealing, if you're in a closed and tight area with a bunch of heroes, all the bounces. The healing ward is wonderful in lane, obviously, also. And the death ward,
10 seconds
if you get an
remaining.
Ags on Witch Doctor, you can easily carry a game if you have the right positioning and setup.
5 seconds remaining.
So we're into the next ban phase here. They're gonna take out the Rubik. I guess they're afraid that they're gonna be taking, these big team fight ults pretty smart idea to kind of take him out. I'm not sure if, well, I think Paranthos' picture is actually of Rubik, so I'm guessing he plays Rubik. And they don't want to give him too much fun here.
10 seconds remaining.
Chen's gonna get banned out here as well.
Dire team ban.
Chen's been seen, I think, in every pro match lately. He's pretty strong considering that all of the neutrals got buffed quite a bit, and the Ancients now, the Ancient Dragon, is basically kind of like Jakiro. Like, he does a lot of damage with that fireball.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
One of the teams, I think, on Reddit was joking around saying that, you know, they're gonna go with, like, all one color strat. And so far it looks like Carambola is delivering on the blue. I don't know if they're gonna go all blue heroes, though. Juggernaut's gonna get banned here.
Radiant team ban.
And they're looking kind of to ban out, I guess, now mostly carries, mids sort of thing. What I'd love to see maybe is seeing the Vengeful Spirit go mid. I feel like getting some farm on her lately is really beneficial, but they might opt to go for a stronger mid.
Remaining.
And we'll see the AA get taken out as well. Which leads me to believe they're going to be doing some sort of maybe... Well, I mean, they're looking at the Wombo combo probably because of the fact that Gyrocopter sets up with that ulti follow, or, you know, the Ancient Apparition sets up with the ulti. And they just layer on top, which we saw earlier actually with Fire-Breathing Duckies. They just had beautiful execution of their team fights with the Ancient Apparitional, with the Dark Seer, and then the Gyrocopter on top of that.
10 seconds remaining.
And they are going to pick up Dazzle here.
Dire team pick.
Very strong support. Weave is just absolutely awesome with the either the armor boot buff or the armor nerf in some cases. Healing's always a great thing to have in lane. Shallow Grave, really strong spell as long as he's got good reflexes. And of course that Poison Touch. Poison Touch getting buffed does a lot of damage in lane and actually can make your offlaner run through his regen pretty quickly if he's not careful.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And they're going to pick up an Ember Spirit, so we've got probably a safe lane Gyrocopter, which Doctor is going to be supporting. Ember Spirit's going to be going mid. They need to pick up a mid and a hard carry still over on Carambola meme.
Seconds remaining.
If they wanted to be really dirty, they could pick a Viper.
5 seconds remaining.
Because that will guarantee that they win the lane against the Ember Spirit.
Reserve time.
But they need some team fight here. They don't really have any, you know... Over on Keepers of Zeal, they've got a lot of AoE team fight ultis. You know, Ember can just kind of slide through. You've got Gyrocopter throwing down, you know, Call Down and the Witch Doctor, obviously adding on to it. But these are all kind of like very single target, like, you know, you've got a little lockdown, you've got an initiation with the Vengeful Spirit, you got the Weave, which is pretty nice, but there's no real team fight here.
Mirana.
And there's gonna be a Mirana pickup. Interesting. I'm guessing that's gonna be a roaming Mirana then? I feel like maybe an Abaddon offlane Vengeful Spirit might be going mid. Dazzle, obviously being a support, and then Mirana roaming, possibly? They could just put the Vengeful Spirit and the Dazzle in the same lane with whatever their hard carry is going to be. I don't think the Mirana is going to be a hard carry, though. I think she's going to be a roaming.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Darkseer might be a nice pickup for Keepers of Zeal. I mean, right now they do have like 3 ranged, but the team fight added on to that. Oh, the Tidehunter's a great pickup here as well. It's gonna take a lot of harass though, probably, in the offline, so it's gonna just have to get levels, and that Blink Dagger's gonna be a bit late, I have a feeling. They did add, you know, another neutral camp, so if he's thinking really smart, he might be able to kind of duck off and catch up by stacking that, but
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think it's going to be a very fun lane for Tidehunter here.
Reserve time.
And there's the Enigma ban. That would kind of be the cherry on top of everything here. If they could get a really good black hole and then layer all this on top of it, that would be really devastating. So that's probably a good ban there. And also when you take into consideration the fact that they already have an offlaner, they don't have to really worry about a Darkseer unless they kind of jungle it. And I haven't seen any of these guys jungle a Darkseer.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I'm thinking really hard about what they want to ban. They're taking the Sven out,
Radiant team.
which is a good idea just because, you know, with the AoE stun, if they try to set up for anything, Sven, if he gets that right Stormhammer off, is gonna just ruin all their plans. Interesting.
Dire
I'm not sure how they're gonna lane this then over on Carambola. I mean, they did pick up a Silencer, so I'm not sure if we're gonna see a Silencer mid, Mirana carry, Abaddon off lane, or what here? I'm excited to see what they do with this.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It looks like they need one more support over here on Keepers of Zeal.
time. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And they're gonna pick up the Disruptor. Alright. This is our draft. I'm very interested to see how Carambola meme's going to be laning this. That silence is going to be a big deal. Alright, so we're into game 1 of Carambola meme versus Keepers of Zeal. Over on the dire side, we have Keepers of Zeal. We've got Dwarf playing our Gyrocopter. Madara's going to be playing our Ember Spirit. Rainmaker will be playing the Witchstalker. Propitiation will be playing the Disruptor, and Seven will be playing our Tidehunter. Over on the Radiant side for Carambola meme, we have Piranthos, who's going to be playing our offline Abaddon. Folkface will be playing our Vengeful Spirit. Cascades will be playing our Silencer. Madsen will be playing the Mirana, and Lunkers will be playing our Dazzle. And it looks like they're going to be sending Mirana mid here. We've got some drawing on the minimap already. They did send Piranthos off with a couple wards. He's going to be able to block, and then also going to be able to just kind of put some vision down to ensure he doesn't get ganked. And that's a little bit low there. He is going to be able to get the vision, and he's also going to be able to block the other camp, so they're going to know that he's blocked. Meanwhile, on the top, they have smoke. They're going through their jungle, hoping maybe to catch Piranthos out here. Are not going to be able to find him though. Going to be a bit of a wasted smoke because everyone else over on Team Carambola is going to be sitting on the bottom rune. They should be able to easily get top rune though for Keepers of Zeal.
Come on then, off you go.
And Mirana will be picking up the bounty rune, and Madara will be getting the other bounty rune. Alright. So yeah, it's gonna be a mid Mirana offline Abba. This poor Tidehunter doesn't have any sort of regen here. He's gonna play very carefully here. Mirana should be able to win this lane just because she is ranged. We'll have to watch out though for when he throws a flame guard and runs at her because that can be a little rough here. He is gonna get a pot sent to him here. Let's get the last hits and denies up. Point and flat cannon. Disruptor is holding onto a sentry ward. They will be able to realize pretty soon. I think, yeah, they already de-warded over there. They don't realize that he still has vision here, though. And Parenthos just kind of keeping it safe. He's gonna get zoned out a little bit. Propitiation, giving him the old one too. Bot lane. Cascades is trying to do some damage over here to this Tidehunter. Force him back. Is this... The Venge is farming. Okay. Interesting. I like it. Meanwhile, right now, Mirana seems to be doing just a little... no, tiny bit better in mid. Of course, she is ranged, gives her a bit of an advantage. Top lane, the Abaddon's getting really pushed out here. Still sitting at level 1. Appreciation just kind of giving him a couple hits. He should be able to realize that Witch Doctor's pulling, so he could be a little bit more aggressive, I think. Is gonna come and try to block the creeps a bit. Needs to be careful though, because Appreciation is about to hit level 2, so he'll have 2 spells available to him, and Gyrocopter is just really capable of dishing out a lot of damage very fast. Bot lane, 7 taking a lot of harass from the Silencer. Meanwhile, Face is just doing his farming. And this has got to be an early game for them because Venge is not a late game carry, and Gyrocopter will just get insane. Pranthos just running right at them. Does have a shield.
Oh man, first blood!
Oh, we missed first blood! Cascades! Able to take down the Tidehunter and just create a lot of space here for the Vengeful Spirit. And 7 is only sitting at level 1. They're doing a great job down here phasing him out because at this point Abaddon has reached level 2 at top. Is going to find Rainmaker here. Does have shield available. Might be able to get a kill on him too. He's moving really fast. He's got, you know, shield available. He's got boots. They are pinging out the fact like, hey, Rainmaker's going to need help, and then Parenthos is going to back off. Mid lane, Madsen just throwing a couple right clicks over at Madara. And they're pinging out the fact that Rainmaker's taking a lot of creep aggro here. Oh wow, he's down pretty low. He's at 92 hit points. Madsen's got a full bottle here. And the Face has a Bastion, does have a Bastion turned on though, so he's going to be pushing the lane out. I'm not sure if he realizes that he should probably turn that off while he's in lane. Top lane Parenthos. Still level 2. Isn't getting phased out quite as hard as he was before, though. At least mid lane, Madsen in a little bit of a trouble. Madara's gonna miss. Oh, almost. Almost got that arrow off. Gonna try to go top here. Does not have leap available. Needs to be a little bit careful here. Is gonna be able to grab that rune though. And Madara's empty bottle. Madsen's gonna be able to click him out of the way. There is an Invis-Rune available bottle. Looks like our Silencer is headed that way. And right now, our Revenge is leading in last hits. 7 is level 3 at this point. Is running out of mana quite rapidly. Mid lane Silencer is gonna come in here on Madara. They're gonna try to clean him up. They might be able to get it. Do they have a leap available? They do have a leap available. Is gonna try Slight. They are gonna be able to take him down. And Madsen will get the kill here. Consume a Fairy Fire and just use up his bottle. Is going to be going for a full ring of Epula. And does have brown boots on his way. So far, 2-0. In favor of Carambola.
Tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, 7's going to have to go all the way home. I don't know why he didn't bring any regen. or why he doesn't have any sort of like a stout shield or anything. Like, he's taking a lot of harass. It would be a good thing to pick up. Madara does have a ward on him now. Having a bit of trouble here. He is level 5, whereas Madsen is level 6. Madsen, interestingly enough, has not picked up his ultimate. Probably because it is a bit mana intense. Brain's a little slow right now, sorry. It is, you know, like 1:30 in the morning. Apparently I should have drank more coffee. Alright, Parenthos is level 4 up here. He's doing pretty well considering that they're trying to phase him out pretty hard. Disruptor is level 4, Gyrocopter is level 4. So they do have- poor Witch Doctor is level 2 because he's just trying to pull. Throwing on the shield, gonna run up Propitiation. Needs to be careful here though. Oh, it's gonna get glimpsed back! And Propitiation's gonna get away with 72 hit points. Double damage rune available top, bounty rune bottom. They are going to ping out the fact that there's a bounty rune. They're doing a side pull here too, which is pretty nice. I do like the addition, like the way that this camp has been moved now. And they're pinging out the fact that Parenthos is there. Rana having a bit of a tough time here. Gonna have to go home. Madsen doing a lot of harass onto her.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I was wondering why 7 was just standing there. And they had- okay, they had a pull, that's why I was hitting on the tower. What a nice deep ward here. Just in case Morana's tried to rotate? I don't know. I personally like the pickup of 6. Oh, Madara taking a lot of damage here. 7 trying to get away. Taking, again, a lot of harass. Poor 7, he has no regen and is having a difficult time staying in lane. He does have a stick, but still problematic. And the double damage rune is on the Ember Spirit now. So Morana needs to be a little bit careful here. Does not have her ultimate, is level 7. I feel like that ultimate is just so good. Like, I understand, you know, you want to max out Starstorm and, you know, Arrow doesn't increase with damage, though. Oh, it does increase with damage, sorry. I just meant the stun. It does not increase stun time if you level it up. I would have liked to see her pick up the ultimate just in case her teammates are in a pinch or what have you, but, you know. And they are going to rotate the Disruptor down, both of them, in very bad shape here. Meanwhile, Face is doing pretty well. I'm getting a lot of healing out of Lunkers, which is nice. Top lane, Abaddon is level 5. Trying to throw some harass onto Dwarf.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they're going in on 7. Are they going to be able to clean up? They're going to miss that spell onto. He's trying to go to Roshan, trying to get the denial. And they're going to be able to clean up, and Face will be able to pick up that kill. And I think, do we have a completed Yasha coming out to her at this point? Oh, we have a completed Aquila. Okay. Meanwhile, in mid, Madsen has hit level 8.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the double damage rune is going to pop on Madara. That's true. Stout does not crack. Yeah. I totally forgot that Stout doesn't stack with Crack and Shell. I think I remember like Toby doing an entire cast about it at one point, like discussing it with the other guys, how that works. Top lane, Parenthos. He does have level 6 available. It is going to chase after Dwarf. Needs to be careful here. It's going to back off. Just because they do have Propitiation coming up as well. Good rotate coming out from the Disruptor here. Meanwhile, we've got Madara. He's coming top. He does have a... No, I think he's going to move back. I think he was thinking about trying to go back in if Abaddon decided to go deep. And, changed his mind. He's just going to go and, make his way back to mid. Rainmaker's trying to take... throwing out the cask. Trying to be annoying. It's just taking a little XP here, which is nice. Meanwhile, Tidehunter still hasn't reached the 6 yet down here. He did have a death, 2 deaths earlier. And he's taking a lot of harass and they were zoning him out, so... He's having to use Gush to farm. Poor guy. Mid lane, Silencer's coming up. Madara's taking a lot of harass here too. My goodness. Lunkers. I'm not sure what Lunkers is doing. Francis in a bit of a pinch here. Does have ultimate available though. Might be able to chase down the gyrocopter. He could have possibly been a little more ballsy going in on that, but... Meanwhile, Madsen throwing out an arrow, gonna hit the siege creep. Not gonna connect, unfortunately. And bot lane, Face can just kind of do whatever he wants here. Putting a lot of damage over onto 7, not taking any points in the Wave of Terror, which is a little interesting as well. They do have a Sentry Ward in mid, just in case Miranda decides to try to ulti and run away, but she hasn't taken any points in her ultimate. And Tidehunter is gonna fall to Vengeful Spirit again. My goodness. This is a very Vengeful Spirit. Witch Doctor's gonna come down here. He's a level 5. Gonna throw Cask out, just try to push back Face a little bit. And they are gonna TP someone else down. Really wants to get that tower. Almost in denial range.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And they are gonna be able to deny it.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Meanwhile, Face has picked up a will be picking up a completed Yasha. Madsen's got completed Treads and Aquila. And an empty bottle currently. Meanwhile, Lunkers playing a little dangerously. Just walking right into the jungle, placing kind of a deep ward. And Gyrocopter's actually coming middle? I guess they're deciding to come and push mid, but... Surprised that we've got a DD on the Witch Doctor as well. I'm surprised that they're not trying to just, you know, make space for the Gyrocopter to farm. Although the later this game goes, the better it's gonna be for Keepers of Zeal. Top lane for Anthos. They're starting to... Okay, Gyrocopter's starting to rotate top as well as the Witch Doctor. There's 4 people from Carambola top. Meanwhile, bot lane, Face just taking his time, farming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And really, poor 7. 7 does have level 6 at this point, which is good. And there's gonna be a skirmish top. They still do not have Moonlight Shadow. And, yeah. Propitiation's gonna see that over there. And they're gonna start going on the Madsen. Madsen, gotta be careful. Is gonna go ahead, leap. Shallow Grave's gonna come out. They're gonna throw out the Gyrocopter ulti. Franthos is just gonna go running at them. It's gonna get slowed down way too much. Propitiation trying to kind of put some damage on. Madara's coming in, trying to go on Lunkers. It's gonna go ahead and slight, and they're still gonna be able to take down Madsen. They're gonna be able to take down Propitiation and the Gyrocopter. And Lunkers, meanwhile, getting away with almost no health. I gotta remember that I can zoom out on that. That was a good fight for Carambola. Meanwhile, bottom lane 7. 7 hasn't taken his ultimate either.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're gonna be able to take down this tower quite easily.
Dire's top tower is
Interesting builds coming out here. Lunker's opting not to take any points of Poison Touch.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And at level 10, Madsen has picked up the ultimate here from Mirana. And they're literally gonna place their wards side by side here. I guess great minds think alike. Bot lane, Dwarven has moved down to look at this tower, maybe get some of the farm. They are gonna go ahead and use Moonlight. I'm not sure why they're using the Moonlight if they're planning on doing a gank. They're pinging out. Maybe they're gonna try to go on Madara here. I don't know what all these pings are. Oh, they're pinging out the fact that there is Moonlight, I think. And, oh, Madsen's gonna throw an arrow, get caught here. Does not have Moonlight available, is gonna be able to leap, does have a haste rune, is gonna be able to just run away. Meanwhile, Paranthos and Lunkers still here. Lunkers might be in a bit of trouble. They are gonna go ahead and throw the shield out, though, and be able to get away. Meanwhile, Fuckface and Propitiation. Oh, Propitiation's gonna fall. This is a very Vengeful Spirit. 3 kills, no deaths. And they've all been solo kills. Meanwhile, 7's coming in. Nope, Seven's backing out. He does have mana boots. Nowhere near a blink though. And he's pretty low level. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit sitting at level 11. Let's look at the hero level chart. Yeah, we've got Mirana and Vengeful Spirit sitting at level 11. Then we also have the next closest are the Abaddon, Ember Spirit, and the Gyrocopter. So, looking pretty good on the Vengeful. They are going to point out that Dwarven's here. Going to immediately go on him. He's going to try to throw his ultimate out. Is going to be able to get the ultimate off. Not going to be able to do enough damage. Lunker's already afraid that he's going to fall. Throws out the Shallow Grave, and that's going to be a dead Gyrocopter. They're just all over this jungle. They've got several wards planted in here. They're going to be able to see anyone who's jungling, and they're just going to go really aggressive because, I mean, they are an early game team. The longer this game goes, the more in the favor it's going to go for Keepers of Zeal, considering they have a Gyrocopter and an Ember. Plus the fact that, you know, eventually Rainmaker will get Ags. Face is really, he really wants it. He's going to get donked like 3 times. Unfortunate. Sitting on a good chunk of change here. And Madara's coming back in, but... Oh, that arrow's gonna come in contact with Rainmaker! They're gonna try to go in on it, and they're gonna be able to clean up. Madara's trying to run, and they're gonna clean up too! Oh wow, that's a double kill!
He's dominating Rick! There's no accident anymore. This isn't an
And they're pointing out, watch out now. There's definitely, you know, a remnant here. He's gonna come back with a passion.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And we do have a completed Sanj that's going to be coming out for the Vengeful Spirit, and she's sitting at 4-0.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Lunker's in a little bit of a pickle here. Needs to be careful. Gonna get glimpsed back. Kind of a misplaced. Probably shouldn't have been that far forward. They're gonna try to Shallow Grave throughout the Mirana ulti. He is gonna be able to get away with a nicely timed Mirana ulti. Oh, but they're gonna be able to guess where he is. They're gonna throw the call down. Lunkers is gonna fall. And someone on their team really should be carrying dust. We do see that there is a Smoke of Deceit over on the Disruptor. Madara really behind here. Yikes. And Rainmaker just has brown boots and wards. It's been a tough game for Keepers of Zeal. Silencer almost has a completed 4-step. Has bought 2 smokes. I guess he's just holding on to them. And they're gonna try to kind of move into the jungle again. Looks like Mirana is also going Sanj and Nyasha. And they're gonna throw down a sentry ward, but Mirana ulti is down, so that's not gonna be anything that they really need to concern themselves with. They're gonna stand on the high ground here. They did de-ward, so there is no vision. And at this point, the Keepers of Zeal are really just... Whoop, arrow's gonna miss. Oh, no, it doesn't miss. It actually hits Propitiation, and they're going to be able to take it down. Ravage going to come out, only going to hit Madsen, going to immediately shield, take down 7, throwing out the call down. Rainmaker's going to fall, and they're going to swap Madara back in, and, oh, he's going to be able to, oh, no! What? I guess Mirana's last arrow is going to be able to clean him up. What a fight. And they're going to miss the Gyrocopter there. This is very steadily just going in the favor of Carambola memes. And they're going to take the side. This is exactly what they need to be doing, considering that they have a very early game team. And it looks like they're... what's happening here? They're still holding on to those 2 smokes. But they've just been winning teamfight after teamfight. And there's going to be with the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's going to fall after getting arrowed. 7 trying to go after Madsen. Madsen is going to have the shield thrown out onto him. 7's taking a lot of damage. They do have Moonlight Shadow available if they want to just kind of back off. Silencer's sitting with 14 int already. I mean, there's no reason for them really to move back. Witch Doctor's already done his ultimate. They're going to hit an arrow onto Propitiation here again. Madsen just landing these arrows left and right, trying to go forward on this. Thinks better of it though, because they are ahead. It looks like we're going to see a drum coming out here. Stacking auras on the Abaddon. Cage is going to come out with the ultimate. Parathos just doesn't care though. Franthus does have ultimate available. Face needs to be careful though, because he is, you know, the position 1. Needs to be careful that he doesn't get caught out. And Madsen sitting there. They're gonna throw the ultimate out again. Face is gonna be running. Cascades. Okay, they got a couple donks out. Shallow Grave's gonna come out. Oh man, Face is gonna be able to take down 7 again. Madara in a lot of trouble here. Is gonna try to zip out. Face is almost gonna fall. Nope, they're gonna be able to save him. Dwarven just gonna barely get away. I think that Urn's gonna kill him though. Oh yeah, the Urn's gonna kill him. Propitiation trying to run. Franthus is still alive. They haven't. Wow, Madsen is godlike at this point. They haven't lost a single person in like 3 fights, I think now. And they're gonna easily take these racks. They probably could go for another round. And they're gonna call GG. Propitiation is going to concede this game. It's gonna go to Carambola memes. Very nicely played. We will be back with game 2 shortly.
ban.
Alright guys, welcome back to NotA Winter Tournament, Carambola Meme versus Keepers of Zeal. We're in Game 2. First game went to Carambola Meme. And we are in the drafting stage. We are going to see Carl banned again right off the bat. Ain't nobody got time for that. And his level 1 invoke. What is that? Invoker too strong laning stage. And Keepers of Zeal again taking a bit of time just planning out their draft. We had this happen last game too, where they used a lot of their reserve time. Really thoughtful. A lot of the teams we had a little bit of a delay where they needed some extra coffee just because it's about, I think it's 8 a.m. over in our European friends time, and it's now about 2 a.m. here on US East. We're gonna see Gyrocopter banned out, followed by a Death Prophet, followed by an Outworld Devourer. Pretty popular pickups in this tournament, especially as Death Prophet has gotten that buff with the Spirit Siphon, which is really, really strong, and the Outworld Devourer with the rework on his Arcane Orb. Just, really strong as well. And of course Gyrocopter is just a very, very strong hard carry anyways. We're gonna see a Chen pickup. Oh, nice! This is gonna be really, really fun. Incoming Witch Doctor pickup though, with the cast to bounce off all of his creeps. And it seems like Carambola Meme likes to end things fairly early with a very early draft last time, with farming Vengeful Spirit, solo killing their poor Tide Hunter 3 times in lane. So Keepers of Zeal are taking their time again, trying to think of what they want to pick up if they want to do, you know, last time they picked up the was it the Gyrocopter right off the bat? Yeah, they picked Gyrocopter as one of their first picks, which is a little unusual to pick your hard carry right away, but personally I like the Witch Doctor pickup here. I think that would be really good just to kind of bounce off all the creeps. Or you can always be ridiculous, you could go and grab an Enchantress and then just steal one of Chen's creeps away. Plus the fact that Enchantress is really, really strong in lane, doing the off-lane position, and with a Dragon Lance now, can deal just so much damage. Propitiation, thinking. Be interesting to see what their drafting process is. I haven't been doing post-interviews lately. Probably start those up a little bit later when we get a little further into the next stage, but Winter Wyvern's gonna get picked up here.
Radiant team pick.
I'm a big fan of Winter Wyvern. I feel like since her ulti got reworked though, she's definitely not as strong. Just because now with her Winter's Curse, you're not able to do any damage to the enemy team, other than what's being dished out from the Wyvern ulti. Before, you could attack everyone. It was really just a really strong spell, and they definitely nerfed it here. I mean, she still has really good potential early with the Arctic Bird. It's a pretty strong slow there, and also the nuke is really nice for just harassing. We're gonna see a Shadow Fiend picked up too. Keepers of Zeal like to reveal their, some of their farming cores pretty early here. And then the Vengeful Spirit pick up again. I wonder if they're going to try to safe lane this as well. Nice thing about the Vengeful Spirit, the Broodmother ban, oh my goodness. Nice thing with the Vengeful Spirit though is that you can really place her anywhere. So you can decide, you know, hey, we want to have face, go ahead and safe lane her. Or you could also use her as a support, you could also have her as a roamer, and you could also have her as a mid, so lots of options with that. Abaddon is going to get banned. That's a pretty smart ban. Abaddon is very, very strong this patch. And the Juggernaut ban's going to come out as well. It's interesting that they put out the Broodmother and the Juggernaut, probably because the Broodmother, you know, really early on, very, very strong, the first like 10 minutes or so, can cause a lot of problems, especially, you know, we have a Chen, we have a Vengeful Spirit, neither of them very tanky, and would have damage, you know, clearing waves. Silencer is going to get taken out here as well. It looks like they're thinking maybe going for more of a wombo combo again. The silence last time was a bit of an issue. Also the fact that, you know, he does a lot of really good harass in lane if you go and you get a point in those glaives.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Now that they've taken
remaining.
out the silencer, I'm wondering if they're still going to try to go for, you know, the big team fight kind of ultis.
Reserve time.
Because they can't use the gyrocopter again. I mean... Well, they're gonna pick up Ember Spirit again. I'm guessing that must be one of their best, like, characters for their mid player. Actually, it's probably not a mid. They could really interchangeably do the Shadow Fiend or the Ember Spirit. I feel like Shadow Fiend is probably better in the safe lane, and they're gonna still try to put the Ember in mid. I could be wrong here. The Darkseer pickup over here is really nice as well. Depending on who they're going to be putting in the safe lane, because if the Darkseer gets put into the
10 seconds remaining.
the lane with the Ember Spirit, he's going to have a bit of trouble dealing with the Ion
5
Shell.
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Fiend won't have as much difficulty with it, obviously, because he's ranged. But that ultimate too, the Wall of Replica will cause a bit of issue just because of the fact that the Shadow Fiend does eventually hit pretty hard. Ember Spirit really relying more on the fact that he can slight. But again, if they have the Ember Spirit in the safe lane, the Darkseer will be able to disrupt his farming quite a bit. Keeper of the Light's going to be picked up over here on Keepers of Zeal. Creepy old man with a flashlight. And Skyrath Mage picking up over on Carambola Meme. Keepers of Zeal are going to have to get a stick, whoever is dealing with that.
Seconds remaining.
Now I'm interested to see if they're going to try to put Coddle in the off
5
lane,
seconds remaining.
or if they're going to try to lane him with the Ember Spirit, making sure Ember just has a lot of mana all the time.
Reserve time.
So if that's the case, they still need an off laner.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And the Undying ban there. It's a pretty smart ban, actually, just because they are trying to go so early. They do have the Chen, Vengeful Spirit, Skyrath, all that, so... a good choice.
Seconds remaining.
Everyone over on Keepers of Zeal pretty squishy,
5
though.
seconds remaining.
Darkseer, at least over on Carambola, has the possibility of, you know, tanking up, getting that mech, getting the GG boots. And Magnosaurus is going to get taken out here.
Team pick.
Pretty smart ban. Again, if he gets a really good RP, you can have the Shadow Fiend, you know, go ahead and do his ulti. Ember Spirit just, you know, everything here is just going to line up really nicely. So, really smart ban there. And all of a sudden the waterfall effects are super duper loud in my game.
10 seconds
There we go.
remaining.
So now do they pick up an
remaining.
initiator, or are they going to be relying on like Shadow Fiend? Oh, the Slardar pickup. Interesting.
Dire team pick.
The Slardar will be their off lane. I'm thinking maybe the Ember Spirit will be going safe lane with Keeper of the Light supplying him with mana and Winter Wyvern kind of keeping him safe. And then Shadow Fiend mid. Chen obviously going to be in the jungle, Dark's going to be off lane. And we're going to see Dragonite probably mid with Vengeful Spirit safe lane with Skyrath? Maybe? Alright, so here we are in game 2 of Carambola Memes versus Keepers of Zeal over... oh gosh, my camera. Over on the Dire, we have Carambola Memes. We've got Lunkers, who's going to be playing the Chen. Paranthos will be playing a Darkseer. Fuckface will be playing the Vengeful Spirit. Madsen will be playing the DK. And Cascades will be playing Skyrath Mage. Over on Keepers of Zeal, we've got... I keep messing up his name. I'm sorry. Propitiation is going to be playing the Winter Wyvern. Rainmaker will be playing the Coddle. 7 will be playing the offlane Slardar. Dwarf will be playing the mid Shadow Fiend. And of course, Madara will be playing the Ember Spirit here. And it's interesting because Madara was definitely playing mid the last game, but they, like I said, they're gonna rotate him, put him safe lane this game. And we're gonna see some movement towards top rune. I don't think anyone has bought a smoke. Looks like face is gonna be safe lane. Again with DK going mid. I think they're gonna try to secure the rune for DK just so you can get a fast bottle maybe? And Wyvern's gonna pick up some more wards, I guess? Top rune's gonna easily go to Carambola memes, whereas bottom will definitely go to Keepers of Zeal. And it is a mid Shadow Fiend and a mid Dragon Knight. So we're gonna see the Vengeful Spirit farming once again, with the Skywrath Mage providing support, which is still a better love story than Twilight, right guys? The two of them, even though Vengeful Spirit kinda hates him now. Seven's making his way top, probably expecting a lot of harass, does have 6 tangos on him. And then we have Dwarf fighting with Madsen. And then bottom lane again, I figured the Coddle would be trying to, you know, keep the Ember Spirit full of mana and then also provide a little safety with, you know, the mana leak. Making sure that Paranthos can't always necessarily run away. Propitiation's gonna throw some wards down. I'm wondering where we're gonna see First Blood. You know, last game I would not have said that we would have seen First Blood. I think First Blood was taken by the Vengeful Spirit. Was able to solo kill the Tidehunter. Propitiation's coming around here. They're pinging him. Paranthos does have Ion Shell level 1. He does not. Oh, no, there's a Surge. He's probably going to be able to get away, so. They need to figure out if they want to just stack jungle, sort of thing. Because otherwise they're just leeching experience, which Ember could really use. Let's look at the last hits and denies. Vengeful Spirit is doing pretty well top here, 6 and 5. Followed very closely by both of the mids. Not the mids, I'm sorry. Now we have Chen sitting there, but I mean, easy jungle life, right? A full Basilius completed over on face. Mid lane. Shadow Fiend's gotta be kind of careful here. Dragon Knight has really high regen, which makes him pretty difficult to kill early. And the supports are just trying to phase out Paranthos here. Have to be careful because, okay, there's gonna be the mana leak. There's no reason for Paranthos to try to run away from that though, and it is level 1, so. Just trying to make space, I guess, for Madara. Runes have spawned for 2 minutes. There was a bounty rune top. It looks like we've got the arcane rune here. And they're gonna ping it out there as well. Madsen has his bottle completed. Has enough for boots as well. Oh, the dwarf's gotta be careful here. Literally playing with fire. And Vengeful Spirit doing a great job of CSing. This Lardar is really afraid of her. Probably because of the fact that she gave him emotional trauma in the last game when he was playing as Tidehunter. They are gonna go and get First Blood over here in mid. Lunker is being able to come out with a couple creeps here with the lightning and the net and just clean up. Very nice gank performed. And I don't think he had a smoke on him. Cascade's doing a great job of just zoning out the Slardar. He's only level 2, whereas the face is about level 4. We are gonna see Propitiation come over here. Only level 2. Has a point floating right now. Just trying to get some experience, because there's nothing that's really gonna happen too much down here. Although it looks like they did force Paranthos out of lane, which is gonna allow Madara a lot of space to farm. He does have boots completed. Top lane 7. 7's having a really difficult time dealing with the Skywrath Mage. And he doesn't have a stick. That's usually one thing you always want to get when you're facing off with the Skywrath Mage, is you want to make sure that you pick up a stick because he is going to be spamming spells on you, and that's going to allow you for a little bit of regen, both for mana and for what have you. Alright, Madsen's going to pick up, I guess he's going to complete a stick. Okay. And he's going to make his way to bot room where he is going to be able to find a haste, so they need to be careful down here because he could easily get a kill on Keeper of the Light if he really wanted to. But looks like he's not going to use it for ganking, he's just going to go top. They're going to ping out the fact that there's a bounty rune and probably secure it. Yep, they're going to secure it here for the Shadow Fiend. Meanwhile, Lunker's level 4 in the jungle. Pranthos doing his best to kind of bully this Ember Spirit. Without his supports here, it's a little bit easier for him to do. Because before, all of the... oh, they're gonna see if are they gonna try to go on him? No. And oh boy, Rainmaker's in trouble! Pranthos trying to catch up with him. Is gonna have a mana leak. Is gonna be able to take out the Keeper of the Life, though. And Madson's gonna pop his haste rune. He's gonna try to run away. Throw out the stun over on Propitiation. Gonna be able to silence the Wyvern. Oh, and they're trying to body block. It's hard to body block with him. Haste rune, though. They're able to catch him, though. And then are they still gonna go on Dwarf? They're gonna still keep going on Dwarf. But no, Madson's gonna back off. Although they do have Chen. They have a bunch of Chen creeps here, too. They could easily go on a top lane. Top lane they're thinking about. No. Just looked like they're thinking about diving here. And Shadowfiend's gotta be really, really careful. Do have Elder Dragon form available. Chen's trying to go around here. And they do have a reward, so they're gonna be able to see him out. Meanwhile, bot lane. What is... Ember's got a casual Sage's Mask, I guess, right now. Meanwhile, top, Face is sitting at level 5. He's doing a lot of damage to 4-7 here. And is currently leading in last hits. Middle, trying to go. They're gonna go on Madsen. Madsen's gonna go ahead, pop his stick. Gonna be able to get out. Very, very close. And it's gonna get recalled by Keeper. Nope, not Keeper. I'm sorry. That was a weird effect. But Chen, I'm sorry. Lunkers will love that. Puppy's definitely not anything. Regen rune available top. They are going to be able to grab that for DK as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And with all these Chen creeps and the auras, they're going to be able to take this tower with Elder Dragon form as well. They really can't do much about this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I can't believe my brain went sideways and I couldn't remember that Chen can send people back home. They are going to be able to see that. Oh, no, they're going to back off. They're going to back off. Just harassing Cascades. Just going to say, get away from my tower. This is going to be ours. We're taking it. Don't be here. And Dwarf really can't do anything. He's not even level 6. Lunker's going to spot him out here. Going to try to use Test of Fate. Chasing him down. Dwarf is just like, leave me alone. I don't want this. And Chen's gonna grab another creep. Madsen's still pushing here and has a little bit long. Oh wow, if he could catch up with him, he's not gonna be able to catch him. A little bit longer at Elder Dragon form. Wyvern's gonna come around. They are gonna spot her out because they have planted a pretty deep ward here. The little skelly men. They're fighting for that tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, again, they're just leaving Face alone. That was a bad idea last time. He got really big and was able to do a lot of damage, but they're making so much space. Madsen's gonna kind of just move off here. Doesn't want anything more to do with it. He's just gonna get slowed by Propitiation. And they're just gonna move away here. Easily getting out. Look at the army of creeps coming out here from Chen. Are gonna be able to silence Slardar, and they're gonna net him, they're gonna stun him, and that's a dead 7. Meanwhile, bottom, why are they pinging bottom? They're like saying, oh, we need you in this fight. He really can't be there though. He really needs to just farm.
Top tower is under attack.
And Pranthos running around again, like thinking he wants to go in. And now they're pinging Ember. Are they going to... Oh, no, we've got more action coming in. Propitiation's gonna get caught in the wall. It's gonna fall to Madsen. Rainmaker trying to run, Madsen chasing after him. They are gonna have the Ember finally rotate, but again, Ember can't do anything. Ember has like no damage. He's got no mana. This DK has so much regen. He's got stick charges too. He's able to take out Madsen finally, but they're still going to lose the Ember Spirit, which is their lift and carry, and they're going to be able to take down the Shadow Fiend as well. Lunker's in a bit of a trouble here, trying to run away with his army. Is going to be able to fall though, and that's going to be a kill. The body of the dead creeps. His comrade's just crying. Face is able to take the top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top rune, not rune tower, and now he's just gonna back off, and 7's only level 6, whereas Vengeful is level 8. He might be able to... He's doing the same build that he did last time, skipping the Wave of Terror, although this will amplify damage. Oh, 7, what are you doing, buddy? Can he get the swap? Probably not gonna be able to get the swap at this point, even with the phase boots, but it will be enough to scare the shit out of 7. Who's only got a stout shield and tranquil boots, poor guy. Madsen seems to have rotated bottom. Looks like they're gonna go to that cat. Ah, god. Gonna go for that tower. And again, this ward's gonna spot out Dwarf. Sitting at level 8, hasn't taken any points in Requiem Souls. 7 really wants to go and kill that Vengeful Spirit. He's mad. He's mad about getting harassed so badly in his lane. Bot lane. Is a haste available? And Dwarf doing his best to kind of catch up with CS here. Sitting at 24 souls for Necromastery. Madsen trying to hit that, but Parenthos has put the Ion Shell on him. It's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. And they're just gonna have to let this tower go, honestly. They've got Chen coming out with all of those creeps, they've got Elder Dragon form, Parenthos does have wall up again. There's not really much that they can do about this. They're just gonna have to let it go, maybe fort it. Just buy him a little, you know, the free time. And Parenthos getting pretty close to mech here. And they're gonna take that tower. Oh, they're speeding up Madsen. They want that Shadow Fiend. He's got the Ion Shell on him as well. Gonna be able to stun the Shadow Fiend. Is mana leaked. Has to be careful here, just because, you know, the mana pool is so small on Dragon Knight. Are sending in, you know, the wall, trying to just kind of discourage them back. That Keeper of the Light illusion. Too spooky. And again, just leaving face alone. Never leave your safe lane, your enemy's safe lane carry alone. They're just gonna start coming into battle with huge amounts of damage and whatnot. And they are gonna point that out, like, hey, we've been, you know, trying to deal with these guys, but there's a completed drum. We've got... Oh, they're going after Madsen. They're going to mana leak him. They've also got the amplified damage. They're trying to tell him to back off, though. It's not worth it. Rainmaker really wants this kill. Throwing it out. Not going to be enough damage. They just don't have the damage over here on Keepers of Zeal. They're having a lot of trouble here. I think the big problem, too, is that they're running around responding to a lot of different pushes. They're not actually farming. They're not really getting a lot of experience because they're all together. Phase here, again, mana leak. Does have swap available. And it's gonna be able to just run away. Has phase boots, has a TP. The mech is gonna get picked up over here on Darkseer. And a completed Yasha. That's another tower down. And once again, Carambola Memes has all of their tier 1s still. Invis rune over on the DK too. Ooh, that's scary. Ooh, Coddle. Watch it. He's looking for blood. And then Face is just right back up here. No shit's given. Going right back. They're looking. Oh, they want 7. 7's got to realize that something is up. Vengeful is going to be able to throw that stun out. Throw out the concussive shot. Do a swap on top of it. Probably not necessary. And they're just going to wreck. Poor 7 again. This is not the game for 7, unfortunately. And again, with all of these, you know, creeps just hitting the tower. Oh, the blinding light hitting every single one of them out of the way. Still, they're just going to be able to chomp down these towers. And Wyvern doesn't even have her ulti. Wyvern is level 4. They're going to be able to throw Mystic Flare out over on Madra. Madra's going to fall! And they sped up Madsen for some reason, even though he's got, he was mana leak, too. Interesting choice that they're going for melee. Rex instead of the ranged here. 7's gonna get silenced. They're trying to go after him. They're running a little low on mana here, though. And the Chen army, the creeps are just flying everywhere. Propitiation's run out of mana at this point. Dwarf trying to come back in, trying to take down Face. Is hitting pretty hard, but Face is just gonna be able to back off a little bit. Has a TP available. They're trying to finish up this last rack. And Chen's trying to get his creeps out of there as well. Panther's taking a lot of damage here. Does not have mech available any longer. Madsen, the regen's pretty high here. Oh, Parenthos is gonna fall! And Madsen, Madsen, what you doing, Madsen? Really wanting that Shadow Fiend, I guess. Not gonna be able to seal the deal, though. And there goes, they do have, you know, range racks left, but pretty big fight there. Looks like Cascades is gonna be going for... Is that Veil of Discord? Yeah, Veil of Discord. And Lunkers looks like he's going to be headed towards Ags, get himself an Ancient Creep. Which will be pretty awesome. He'll be the father of dragons. And right now, Keepers of Zeal just trying to play catch-up at this point. You know, they've been responding to every single push. And I mean, if they get a really good team fight, that'll help a lot. But they still need to be farming. They've got to make sure that their Shadow Fiend is getting what he needs. Because, you know, right now he's the main damage dealer. Ember's opted to go for Drums build here. Just trying to get some cheap stats and stay alive. Madsen having a stare down with Roshan here in the pit, apparently. I imagine them gazing soulfully into each other's eyes. Oh, there we go. And then he's gonna come in. Tank this Central Spirit. Now, Vengeful Spirit does not have a Wave of Terror, but, you know, with Madsen tanking, it should be fine. There's nothing that Keepers of Zeal really can do about this. Coddle's trying to go Ags, it looks like. Ooh, I hate when I do that. Get a Dragon Lance now over on the Shadow Fiend. Interesting. And now we've got 3 people on the Roche pit. Face is going to try to do some tanking here. Face does have some lifesteal, but it's not really tanky. Franthus is going to start tanking it, getting a bash. And here comes Lunkers with his army of everything. And they are going to be able to take Roche, no contest. Thrown onto the DK. There is a regen rune available as well. Man, things are turning up really well for him. 7, meanwhile, on the bottom, does not have a blink dagger. Franthus is coming for him as fast as he possibly can. Coming out, throwing out the vacuum. Chen's running after. All of his creeps are kind of blocking him a little bit here, and they are going to back off a bit, but they do have Aegis, so they're definitely going to be going for this tower. Coddle Blast coming out here. Just got a net worth, I'm sorry. And again, just all those auras. Oh, Lunkers! Lunkers, his army turning against him! No! Not gonna last very long. It is only level 1, and they're gonna try to throw out the ultimate. Not gonna be enough. Again, they need more damage over here. Lunkers trying to control his creeps. Oh, Lunkers is a little bit trouble. Franthus is gonna fall here. The Gentle Spirit Stun's gonna come out, trying to go on 7. Gonna be able to clean up 7. Madsen trying to go after them. And Face has gotta run. Might be able to clean up here with the, Mystic Flare's gonna come out on Madros. Not gonna be able to complete, though. And Madsen still has Aegis. He's still running after Madros. Gonna try to get him. Elder Dragon Form is gonna pop here. A little bit late on that, I think. Trying to go after Propitiation. Not gonna be able to get it. Oh, it's gonna be able to probably to take down Dwarf. Dwarf is trying to run away. The creep's hitting. Oh, they're gonna be able to clean up. Cascade's gonna get the kill. Trying to go after Propitiation again, too. Chasing. Maybe one more hit. They're gonna be able to clean up.
Double kill. Oh, man.
And they are picking out the fact that their top is getting pushed in. A lot of spells used in that fight. What a wonky graph. Like, look at all the little bumps up and down throughout this game. And again, they're going to be going right to the tower. Elder Dragon Form is down, but they don't really honestly need it because there's not much that Keepers of Zeal can really do here. They're going to try to TP and defend it anyways, but probably a bad idea. Immediately going to get Mana Lake. They're going to be able to go and stun Dwarf. Dwarf trying to stay alive, throwing out the Wyvern Heal, trying to just get rid of that. They're throwing out the Lightning. Madsen, again, in a little bit of trouble. Going to be able to back off. 7's going to stun. Manages to hit Madsen. I guess that's a pretty wide area. Oh wow, gonna be able to throw out the vacuum. The wall's coming out here. They don't do enough damage though for the wall to really do a whole heck of a lot. They are gonna be able to take down the Winter Wyvern. And now look at this army coming out. I mean, you always have the army with the Chen creeps, but then to have, you know, your own personal copies of the other team. Pretty fun here. Oh, and then the team members, but no more. The extra team members. Madsen is going to get the amplified damage placed on him, but top lane, Face, level 11, has an invis, and is considering just going to hit the racks. The racks have already regen, though, quite a bit, and they're going to back off down here. And Face is going to think better of it, though, because Madara is coming back in. He really wants to go on him, especially, like, the Coddle, too. It looks like he's gonna play safe. It is a complete Assange at this point. Oh, are gonna try to go and initiate over on Dwarf. Dwarf is gonna be able to back off, though. Probably just pooped himself, though, because he wasn't expecting that. And now she has also got the amplified damage on her. Right now, Dire, just net worth on their 3 cores much higher than Radiant. Shadow Fiend trying his best to kind of keep up, but having difficulty. And they are pointing out the fact that, you know, Face is just taking over their jungle, because she did have the amplified damage and they did a vision, but, you know, they really are a bit afraid of her. Excuse me. We do have a point finally picked up in the Wave of Terror. Oh, Wyvern. Wyvern, what you doing, crazy? They are gonna try to go on Face here. But they are gonna back off. And they're saying like, oh, we can do this, we can go in. Why don't we go in? They're gonna regroup. Get a bottle charge here, and they're gonna try to go back down, I think. Meanwhile, Lunker's still working towards that Ags. Has a nice little entourage. He's got a centaur, a troll, and a mud golem. Nice. Laser beams coming out from the Coddle. Poor Coddle. So poor. And they're gonna immediately start oh, he's gonna pop like a zit with that Mystic Flare. Look at all the creeps, they're coming forward. Paranthus is running right on front, gonna try to throw the wall out, is gonna get mana leak. They are gonna throw the stun out on 7. 7's gonna fall as well. They're gonna throw the Winter's Curse out. It's gonna hit the creep though. Oh, those tricky clicks sometimes. 7's gonna try to buy back now, coming back in. They keep walking through the wall, they really have to stop doing that. And like, look, 7, they're gonna be able to take this tower easy. Splinter Blast gonna come out a little bit. Madara's trying to come forward. They do put the amplified damage up. They've got a Dragon Tail out on 7. 7 goes and stomps. No one is near him though. It's a wasted stomp. Lunkers trying to hang towards the back, trying to keep his team alive. They are gonna be able to take out 7 once again. Paranthus in a little bit of a pinch here. Wyvern keeps walking through the wall. And then finally Shadow Fiend realizes, oh, hey, let's not walk through the wall. So they got a tower there. And they got several kills. They got the buyback over on 7. Like, 7 bought back and died. Die back. And I think they're still going forward again. Because they know that the Wyvern ulti's not up anymore. Meanwhile, they're trying to deal with the creeps coming in their base. They're about to take their range tracks, too. Like, an assault coming from both sides. And again, Coddle Blast coming out. Madsen just walking right into it. Does not care. Throwing down the Sentry Ward. I don't think anyone has Invis on their team, but... Oh, they're going to be able to get the Silence off, and a Mystic Flare is going to fly out. Not going to be enough to take out Rainmaker, though. Very, very close. And they're trying to figure out what's the best way to approach this. They really need a Blink Dagger over on the Slardar to come running out, but again, they just don't really have the damage to kind of follow up with it. And Paranthus is gonna go in, he's gonna be able to get the wall out again! Look at all the damage that just did. Oh my word, and we're gonna get the swap coming out on 7. They're really picking on poor 7 here. 7's in the trouble. Loki's trying to run away. They're gonna be able to take this. Oh, they're gonna try to fort it. And Madra is still, oh, the Dragon Tail's coming out. Dwarf is gonna come in, he's gonna try to go and do the ultimate, but he doesn't have any souls, like what? They are gonna finally take down the Darkseer. Madsen getting the Blinding Light's gonna try to go away here. Mystic Flare coming out again. Oh wow, Madsen's still going to be able to take him down, coupled with the Ion Shell. Propitiation's trying to run away. Madara coming back in again. Madsen's been in this base what feels like years at this point. They've already used 2 Darkseer ultis in the base alone. And we're going to see Lunkers just go TP out. Madsen's he wants that base. He wants that Rax. He's going to get it, but he's going to fall in the process. Meanwhile, Cascade's flying the frick away. And the creeps are pushing down top lane. Cascade's gonna be able to TP out easily. Bench picking up the Sanj first this time around, so the Yasha. And Chen does have the completed Agnum Scepter. I think he's also gonna be going for a mech. And there's, okay, so we've got a completed Manta over on the Vengeful Spirit at this point, which is kind of an interesting choice considering that, you know, they do have an Ember Spirit, but he doesn't have any damage in terms of, like, oh, he's gonna go ahead and take that creep there, too. The Ember Spirit does not have a Battle Fury, though, so he's not doing maximum amount of damage, and it's really interesting, too. He's just got that Claymore. He's trying to get it, I guess, still, but... Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to be seeing a Rod of Atos, I want to say, over here on Skywrath, because he does have the Vitality boost. We're going to go out immediately. Franthos trying to run after him. Oh, man, they're coming up close on him. Lunker's running. Doesn't have any creeps right now. Trying to turn on the Coddle now. It's a really scary jungle for Keepers of Zeal. And they're going to be able to throw out the amplified damage, but 7 needs to just run. Like, you can't take down Madsen. Madsen's so tanky. And we do have the Blink Dagger over on Darkseer and a completed Veil of Discord. I think the Discord's been up for a while now. I just haven't been looking at their items because I've been so busy yelling out at their team fights. And steady gold favoring the Carambola memes. Completed Sanjinyasha over on Dragonite as well. Oh, they have a Thunder Hide. Look at this. Look at this army. And they're gonna put the Silence immediately out on 7. They're thinking about going in. They're just gonna go after the tower though here. Look at all of the auras like that this Vengeful Spirit is sitting on right now. Like so many of them. 7's trying to run forward, trying to go right in. Wyvern trying to figure out what she needs to do. They're going to be able to stun over on 7. 7's going to fall. They're throwing out the Winter Wyvern ulti. Oh, face! He's going to be able to get out, though. Amplify damage, too. Just doing so much damage with all of her teammates just hitting her. It's kind of a redundant statement. I'm sorry. It's late. And we're going to see Franthos run right in. Going to throw out the wall again. Throwing out the vacuum. Madara's going to pop again. Just Mystic Flare just doing so much work. Chasing after, you know, Dwarf. Taking down these racks like nobody's business. And the Channel's gonna get used for that as well. They really just... They can't do anything against this team right now. They just don't have the damage, don't have the farm. And they're just gonna go slowly walking over to the top racks. Coddle's trying to do everything. He's throwing out, you know, his ultimate. He's trying to, like, you know, throw laser beams. It's just not going to be enough. And if we look at the net worth, everyone now at this point on the Dire team has more net worth than the Radiant. And this is going to be the GG call. Again with the Hand of Gall. They've just been in this space forever. Like 80 million years at this point. They're gonna get the swap out, gonna go on Rainmaker. Rainmaker just doesn't stand a chance.
Killing spree mode.
They're trying everything they can to just defend the space, but I don't think they're gonna be able to at this point. Jules is gonna come out over here. Madra trying. These creeps are just still going on them. 7 trying really hard to get Face. Face is not. Oh, that's gonna be Face's first death here, and he got 963 gold. That's pretty impressive. Madsen though, eyes on the prize, just hitting the tower, and that's gonna be the GG call coming out from Keepers of Zeal. They fought gallantly, and it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. So game 2 of Carambola Memes versus Keepers of Zeal is going to go to Carambola Memes. Both games going in their favor. Awesome game. It is incredibly late because I am on US East. It is 2:30 a.m. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be casting more games for the NotA Winter Tournament tomorrow. I have a game scheduled at 1 p.m. Eastern. I believe it is Hot Singles in your area. I forget which team they're up against, but it should be a really fun game to watch just because they do some very interesting drafts. And I think there's another game tomorrow night. Best way to find out when I'm casting is to follow me on Twitter. You can find that listed below where the video is. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching and staying awake with me. I really need to go to bed. I will see you around, hopefully.